Hi, this is Naz with DominicaSauce.com, and we're here in Rosa Dominica at the legendary Cherry Lodge, one of Dominica's first hotels. We're here with one of the pioneers of Bouyon music, RAH. And RAH, it's such a pleasure to have you here with us today. I can identify so much with your music, my age group. You know, I listened to your music growing up, and man, from the time you hear the drum beats and your voice, you know, we moving, we shaking, it's grooving. It's wonderful to have you with us. So, how have you been?
Well, I've been really, really good. You know, giving thanks for another day. First of all, I want to give thanks to the creator, and of course, thanks to Dominica Sauce, you know what I mean, for bringing it on, you know what I mean, because we need, you know what I mean, people like you all to, you know, bring the thing, you know, I mean, which is Bouyon music to the world, you know what I mean, as it is. So I want to big you up one time, of course, lovely afternoon in Dominica, nice, bright and sunny, I mean, as you know, Cherry Lodge Hotel, and I mean, after all, we just chilling and having a good time. So, you know, having a good time, seeing you all here is like, you know, the greatest thing. I love it.
Thanks. So tell us, how did you come up with the Bouyon music?
Well, the Bouyon music, from a very tender age, like 2 years old, I remember myself, you know, I always wanted to do something different, you know. So if you could check it that straight, you know, I was born with that vibe, you know. And I always wanted to do something different. So at the age 2, I started playing, but at 7, that's where I really did my first performance at the RAH Cinema, which is now RAH Culture. And from then, you know, done for the bands, but the formula for the Bouyon is the cultural music, which is the Jinping, Lapo Cabrit, Bele, and of course we go to the modern style, which is the reggae, hip hop, dancehall, everything I can work with in the formula. So that's what Bouyon music is about. So instead of calling it a fusion, you know, which sounds like confusion, we call it a Bouyon. So Bouyon in Dominica terms is a food, is a potpourri, is a one pot whole all. So, you know, some people that call it a soup, some call it a broth, so, and we now call it a Bouyon.
Okay, and what have you been up to lately?
Well, lately, as you know, I was in WCK, out of WCK, done Raw Rhythm. Out of the Raw Rhythm, you know, because some of the guys, they split up, some goes to, went to Triple K, and some went to CK. I went back with CK, and I did about, what, maybe 4 or 5 years, somewhere about. Then I'm now doing Rhythm and Hit, you know what I mean? So, Rhythm and Hit, we have a fresh Bouyon beat, you know what I mean? You check it out, you know, it's quick money, you know what I mean? You know it is, we have the freshest beat, so that's it.
So how long has Rhythm and Hit been together?
We started actually as the total band just before Carnival. So actually we just had about a week rehearsal before we hit the streets, you know what I mean, for Carnival. So we did Juve, which of course was a clean sweep, you know what I mean. And of course we did the rest of the Carnival, the Monday, the Tuesday and stuff like that, the whole Monday and the Tuesday. So from then we've done a few things. Of course we'll be doing a performance Friday, which is maybe what, 8th or something like that. 7th, yeah, the 7th of May. You know, we should be on the Potter's Girl, Savannah. Of course, there's some other stuff like the cricket is coming up, and of course there's some tours coming up which we don't want to talk about so much. We just want to make it materialize. You know, we're looking at stuff out there.
Respect that. And who are some of the artists that influenced you growing up?
Oh, well, artists that influenced me growing up straight, I would say groups like Ulatunji, Osibisa, Santana, Tito Puente, of course Bob, you know I mean, the Whalers, you know I mean, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bonnie Whaler, you know I mean, Dennis Brown, Aswad, Steel Pulse, you know I mean, to name a few reggae. And of course, I dig out some of the American artists. Of course, the good old Michael Jackson from the youth growing up. You know, right? Everybody like Michael Jackson, like his little voice. And I mean, so all these had an effect on me. You know, I mean, Diana Ross. You know, a whole heap of them. You know, a whole heap of them. You know, Diana Ross and the Supremes. You know, Smokey Robinson, Miracles. You know, my spectrum is wide. You know what I mean? I listen to
all types of genres.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. And who are some of the artists and groups that you've worked with?
Artists, as of late, I've worked with a guy from Guadeloupe named Dali, of late. Artists like performing with, of course, White Jean, as well. Oh, the names are so many there right now, I can't even tell you at the top of my head, you know. Of course, the good old Burning Flames and Jam Bang, Daddy Friday, 17 plus, so it's a whole heap of them, you know, I've done before, you know, it's a whole heap of them, you know.
So, off the top of your head, how many albums do you have out there?
Whoa. Real question there. Whoa, the last time I checked it was somewhere about, maybe about 18 or somewhere about. Yeah, somewhere about 18 or more, somewhere about there, because I've done stuff with Rory Dim. Rory Dim is about 4, with CK maybe somewhere about 14, somewhere about like that, so it's past 20, okay. Sure, 20 albums, yeah.
And for the people outside of Dominica, where can they find your music?
Well, right now, you know, latest style is online, you know, you'll find the music online, and of course, you'll find some of the stuff that has been redone or reprinted. You could find somewhere in, well, New York, or you could find it in Dominica here. If you contact me, you'll find it, you know. Number is 767-235-5207. You can check me right on there. Or you can reach me on the email is RAH1Bouyon, BOUYON @hotmail.com. You know what I mean? So check me out, and of course I'll be happy to put you on for you to get some stuff.
Okay. And is there an album coming out soon?
Well, actually, we're working on a couple singles. You know, for the year with Rhythm and Hit, we've done 3 songs. We've done Louis V, we've done Pony, that's one of Dali, the guy from Guadeloupe. We've done the Quick Money, which is kicking stuff. And of course, we have some other stuff working on right now. So what we'll really do is the singles, and we'll compile that and put our album together later on.
Nice. So is there anything you want to share with Dominica and the rest of the world?
Well, I want to tell them straight up, and I mean, like the Dominica sauce, and I mean, do something positive for the music, you know, because it's a big industry. There's so much employment to be had in that industry. Of course, Bouyon music is very strong, and it's making a serious statement. I want to tell the artists coming up there now to have a serious fear of the creator, have respect for the female gender, because some people seem to be bringing down the females. Just like the females have to have respect for the males, and just so the females have to have respect for the kids, you know, so like, you know, we could have a generation moving on real positive, and the positive message could go from generation to generation, and we could keep that firm. Just like the Bouyon music, the ingredients in it is not only the music, but the language, you know. So we're going to keep the language there. So we're going to tell the musicians out there, you know, to keep focused, you know what I mean, and of course, have a serious fear of the creator, because he's the one who controls everything.
Great. So Rob, we want to thank you for sitting with us and sharing your opinion and your views and your history of the Bouyon music and your career. So we do appreciate having you, you know, as one of Dominica's legendary foreigners for music. You know, we really do appreciate what you do and what you're gonna be doing for the who knows how long.
Well, bless up, you know, bless up, you know, I mean, to Dominica Sauce, because I know they're doing a wonderful job. I want to cheer you all on to putting on a great, a great thing like what you all doing there. I don't know how I may describe it, or if it's a media thing or whatever it is. I want to big you all up, because you all are doing a fantastic job. I just want to, like, you know, spare you all on, you know what I mean, give you all the strength, you know what I mean, of course, and for us to have other people to come in the street and work in a positive way, instead of like fighting on one another like crab in a barrel. We do not want that. We want the thing for its only way is up, you know. Bless up.
Bless up. So Ra, at Dominica Sauce, we have the saying, it's our lifestyle. We want you to big up Dominica Sauce first.
Yeah, Dominica Sauce, you know we do it. It's our lifestyle. We want to keep it this way. Bouyon music, rap to the world. Boom.
So there you have it, folks. Make sure you check us out at www.dominicasauce.com. This is Ra and Naz. Peace.
Bless up.
Thank you.
Yeah.